let's do a linear relation that is a little bit more challenging. So we're going to start with a t-chart as always. And let's do something interesting like x is going to go down by, let's say, 2's. And y is going to go up by, let's say, 5's. And we will do an x value of negative 202. And we're going to have to figure out the y value. Okay, so as always, we look at the change in y. It's going up by 5, which is positive 5. And if you look at the x side, it's going down, negative 2. So our coefficient, excuse me, is 5 divided by 2. And so that means it's 2.5. And it's negative. You put your x on there, space equals y. All right. So we have to figure out how did 10, so I'm going to take this 10, excuse me, become that 5. Oops, sorry. Clean that up a bit. On the left-hand side, you have negative 2.5 times 10, which is pretty basic, really. It's 25. And because it's a negative times a positive, it's negative 25. And that has to equal 5. Now, I want you to consider, how do you get from negative 25 to positive 5? And a good way to think about it is take a number line. This is negative 25, and this is 5. Now, before you get to 5, you're going to have to go through 0. And if you think about it, to get from negative 25 to 0 is pretty simple. It's positive 25. Now you're standing right there. So to get to 5, actually, you just add another 5. So that would be plus 30. And there you go. There's your linear equation. So I'm just going to clean this up a bit so I have some room. All right, so now we have the equation that we need to find out what negative 202 will become. And that will be multiplied right there. Now we've got a negative times a negative, which is a positive. So we can just forget about the negatives. So I like to just get rid of them. There you go. Don't need that anymore. And let's do the math. I don't have a calculator, so let's just go 2.5 times 202. And let's just forget about the decimal for now. 5 times 2 is 0. Carry your 1. 5 times 2 is 10. Don't forget to put a 0 because you've moved over one place value. This 2 is in a place value that is 10 times bigger than the place value that 5 is in. So we do the same thing, 2 times 2, 2 times 0, and 2 times 2. Add that all up, 0, 5, 0, 5. Now for the decimal placement, we just go 1 over, and we go 1 over. That's it. So the answer is 505. So even when you have a fraction that became a mixed number, that became a decimal, it's still a basic procedure if you follow these steps.